All right, good evening. Bob's back Saturday night. Political editorial coming at you again. Today, I want to talk about why they're killing the middle class and all the ways they're doing it, the biggest way that they're doing it, which is with the monopolies. So now it's only just a few big companies and conglomerates, and in the case of BlackRock, venture capitalists, etc., holding all the money and owning all the businesses. So yeah, monopolies are not the thing. So I was watching a friend of mine's channel the other day, and I'm always in his chat. And I'm always watching his stuff. And I respect his opinion. I made a comment. We were talking about that Luigi guy who shot the healthcare guy or whatever. So I made a comment that it was an attack on the healthcare industry, and the fact that they even have a for-profit healthcare industry and in the biggest country of the world, or the big, what I mean, like the most powerful, whatever, floors me. But anyways, they do. That's their choice. They've tried to change it a couple times, and obviously the lobbying's always got their way. So you fill the right pockets, and you'll always get your way in American politics. It's sad to say, but it's the way it is. It's starting to be that way up here in Canada also. So I said, yeah, that was an attack on the healthcare industry. And he looked at me very seriously and said, no, that was an attack on capitalism. So I've been thinking about that for a couple of days. It's like, what do you mean attack on capitalism? So here's what's happened over the years is they've brainwashed and convinced everyone that the way the system is working right now is capitalism. This isn't capitalism. This is a bunch of monopolies. Capitalism used to come with a set of rules. And the rules are fair competition brings fair prices. Well, there is no more fair competition. That day is gone. So if you've got no fair competition, you're not going to have any fair prices to the end consumer. So that's how they're killing the middle class in a nutshell. It took me a few days to think that through and think it over, but we're not really running on capitalism this day and age. There's another name for it. I'm sure there's a technical name for it, but what we have now is definitely not capitalism. It's kind of like the richest guys keep buying everything, and that's definitely not how capitalism was supposed to work. If you ever look at go into an economics class, look at the book and how's capitalism supposed to work. Like I say, fair, if it's fair competition, you'll get fair prices and you'll get better service. And as much as nobody likes all the regulations, somehow the government has to regulate that to make sure that's how it works. Now, they go after the odd tech company once in a while and make it seem like they did something, or talking about breaking up Google or whatever they're talking about, but they don't really do anything. You know what I mean? Same with the healthcare world. I think in the States, there's only 3 or 4 or 5 different healthcare providers for the whole bloody country, all those millions of people. In Canada, our grocery stores, there's only 4 or 5 different owners for all the different grocery stores out there. They might have different names, but they all have the same owners. So Metro will own Food Basic, and Loblaws will own No Frills, and et cetera, and so on it goes. So, and they caught on one time doing a price fixing scam not too many years ago on loaves of bread, just simple loaves of bread. So they made hundreds of millions of dollars with this scam. So all the grocery stores colluded, and nobody was going to price a loaf of bread any more than 3 or 4 cents different from all the other stores. So all the loaves of bread, no matter where you were the same price. So there's no competition. So with that, they could slowly increase you're thinking, it's only bread, it's only a couple bucks a loaf. But all the millions of loaves of bread that they sold over all those years, it added up in hundreds of millions. And to say sorry, they give us a $25 gift card to their own fucking store. So they're getting the money back anyway. So thanks, Loblaws. That was big of you. So I dug up a story here, and Increasing monopoly power poses a threat to Canada's post-pandemic economic recovery. So that's it. It's in black and white. Who wrote that? Someone called The Conversation. And it looks like it's some sort of highfalutin. It's not the Toronto Sun. There's no Sunshine Girl at the back. But anyways, so that's what they're talking. So they do have a competition bureau in Canada. And again, it's the grocery sector that they're looking at the hardest these days. But, let's face it. In the gas station world, there's 4 or 5 gas stations. They might be different names, but they're the same. They're the same, So all the things that we need, we have to have, and they know they've got us captive, and we're going to buy it all the time. There's very few things. There's very few choices. So it's even if it's not a complete monopoly, it's pretty much a monopoly. Even car insurance is probably, if there's only 4 or 5 people you can choose from, then it's not really a choice, because it doesn't take much to make 5 phone calls and collude with each other, and again, fix the prices, and nobody gets nothing at a good rate. And Canada's had a long history of monopolies. Even before Canada was a country, they had Hudson's Bay over here, and Hudson's Bay basically ran the country. That's why there was railways built and new places explored, and all that stuff was for the Hudson's Bay Company. That's how they found the James Bay, all that good stuff. So those are my thoughts on monopolies. That's the biggest and fastest way they're killing the middle class. Now, my question is, why would they try to kill the middle class when that is their consumer? Once the middle class is gone, who's going to buy their crap? So that's where I think we're getting into. Governments are talking about privatizing more things, stuff like that. They built the. Anyway, I was going to go in the 407 story. I'll save that for another day. They built a highway on taxpayer money and sold it for nowhere near what they spent to build it, and now nobody uses it because the tolls are too high, and it's the easiest way and the best way to cut through Toronto. Never understand that one, but hey, that's government for you. But again, the monopolies are going to be the end of us. And again, when they get rid of the middle class, then who are they going to have left? So it's a very short-sighted run that they're on, as far as I can see. I guess that's why they keep wanting us to keep having more and more babies. So as long as the population gets refreshed, they never run out of customers. I suppose that's one way to look at it. And then, as all your shit's falling apart, and you lose your house, and then you got to go rent something, and then you find out you can't rent nothing, or the guy kicks you out after 2 weeks because he wants more money from the other guy and finds a legal way to get around it and jacks up your rent every year, and all that stuff that's killing us. And next thing you know, you're living in your car, and then the next thing you know, you're addicted to fentanyl or something, and everything went down the toilet. So that's how it's going to go. I hope it doesn't go like that for everyone, but that's an extreme example of where things are going. So let's not let them kill our middle class. I'm part of it, so my God, please don't kill us. They've got the solution. Canada, if you get the construction going, the middle class is working again. It's a simple solution. Drop the interest rates. Make life affordable again. Get rid of the interest rates that are so high, and get building again. Get us back to work, and the whole economy picks up under the steam of that. Always does, always will. All right, that's my view on monopolies and how they are killing the middle class. Thanks everyone again for watching. And there'll be no more bikers left, because we are the middle class. And then who's going to go out and do all this phenomenal charity work in their communities, and the stuff like that? They're looking out for the kids, and they're looking out for the hungry, and all the other stuff that we do. Who's going to do it then? Much love and respect to you. Thanks for watching, and good night.